We are given France's population equals 67 million. So I'm denoting France population by F. So F equals 67 million. And Germany's population I denote by G. And this G equals 82.8 million. And in part A, we have to answer Germany's population is how many times France's population. So for that, we can find this ratio, that is G by F. So let's calculate this. G is 82.8 and F is 67 million. So when you plug this into the calculator, we get 1.24. And this means we can set up this ratio as an equation. That is, we have G by F equals 1.24. So when I multiply both sides by F, I get G equals 1.24 times F. So this equation can be expressed in words as that is Germany's population is 1.24 times as large as France's population. So the answer to the part A is 1.24. Now let's do part B. Here we have to determine that Germany's population is what percent of France's population. So for that, it's basically we have to take the value from the part A and we have to express that in terms of a percentage. That is basically we calculate G by F times 100, and this gives the uh, comparison in terms of percentage. So we know that G by F equals 1.24. So we multiply this by 100, and this gives 124 percentage. So we can now see that G equals 124 percent of F, and this means we say that Germany's population is 124% of France's population. So the answer to part B is 124%. Let's answer part C. And here we have to determine France's population is how many times as large as Germany's population. So here we find the ratio F over G. And this equals F is 67 million. So divided by G is 82.8 million. I do not put the million because these two will get cancelled. So it's basically I'm using the only the numbers because both units are million. We will not have to include the units, and this equals 0.8091. So we can now say that, or we can rewrite this as an equation. F equals 0.8091 times G, or we can just simply round this to two decimal places, and this gives F equals 0.81 times of G. So we can express this in terms of statements as France population is 0.81 times Germany's population. So therefore the answer to this question is 0.81. Let's answer part D. And here we have to express France population as a percentage of Germany's population. So it's basically the same ratio, but we have to express this in terms of a percentage. So I have to find F over G. We have to multiply this ratio with 100. So this gives, we already figured out that F over G is 0.81. So it is 0.81 times 100, and this is 81. So we can write down this as F over G. I'm sorry, F equals 81% of G. That is, when we express this in words, we say that France's population is 81% of Germany's population. So therefore, the answer to this question is 81%.